Selection with
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last pita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap! Mas pinasarap pa, Fita.
And how do you like that? We are already in the semi-finals, the culmination of the hard work and everything that they have to go through, the battles and everything really para makarating dito sa punto ng Bounty Fresh GABL 2025. So we got 4 teams knockout ang semi-finals natin at ito yung ating mga games. So basically, just pick your favorites and if you have been watching us go through the eliminations, napanood din nyo performance itong ating mga teams na magbabakbakan, na magkakaharap. Well, antabayanan lang po ninyo yung aksyon. At syempre, balik na naman tayo dito sa SGS Stadium. Alright, so ready na ba kayo? Dahil magle-level up na sigurado yung ating mga games. Benji Santiago kasama ko rito, si Dino Lee, and are we all excited? And basically, we also would like to say, Happy Mother's Day sa lahat ng mga nanay.
Oo, Happy Mother's Day. Mamaya may dinner nga yung family ko. Hahabol pa ako sa Pasay.
Ayan lang talaga. Great Family Day, Mother's Day, a very special day. Pero special din ang ating presentation sa kanila for today.
Yes, most definitely. And ano na to you throw out all your win-loss records
Tama.
because this is a knockout semifinals for all the teams that will be playing for the BYD Valenzuela Cup and Namco Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup. So, gonna be exciting games because these are the top 4 teams for each division and can't wait for the first one.
Survival of the fittest to move on and to play in that championship game. Kumbaga, yun na yung next stage. And of course, every shot is going to count. Yun ang gusto nilang mangyari para dito sa mga teams na ito. Pero dito sa ating unang game, let's just basically check. Sabi mo nga, tapo na lahat ng mga numbers, tapo na lahat ng posisyon nila, kung ano man ang narating nila dun sa ating team standings. It's a totally new ball game as we take a look at GoodFellow Pharma with their win over Bewell 79-76. That was last March 30. At eto sina Patrick Chan, Anthony Gascon, Aljan Cao. Tututukan natin yan dito, Dino.
Yes, that was a big game kasi dikit yun Lumamang ang BULC to start the ball game in the first quarter. Then, GoodFellow Pharma was able to claim the lead in the second and third. Tapos sumabol din itong BULC down the stretch. So it came down to the last minute of that game. And nagwagi doon ng GoodFellow Pharma. But, well, itong BULC kasi, you have to watch out for them kasi they have the number, I do believe, the number 1 player in the BYD Valenzuela Cup, itong si Ethan Casares. Number 2 in scoring, number 1 in rebounding, number 6 in assists, and number 1 in blocks. Then he's backed up by Melvin Ngo and Jacob Chua for dito sa BULC.
3 of these players are in the top 10 as with regards to how they are managing to come up with the production necessary in the different departments of their ball game. Ayan, nakikita natin, nag-i-stretching na itong si Ethan Casares. And of course, a good thing for them is that they want to have a revenge. That's the name of the game. Ito ang introduction ng ating mga starters.
This is the first semifinal game for the BYD Valenzuela Cup 34 and under division between GoodFellow Pharma and BULC. Now it's time to meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for GoodFellow Pharma. At point guard, number 27, Sean Ngo. At shooting guard, number 3, Mark Chua. At small forward, number 69, Steven Chan. At power forward, number 77, Aljan Cao. And the man in the middle, number 4, Lance Tomas. The coach for GoodFellow Pharma is Jason Ngor. Now let's meet the starters for Bewell C. At point guard, number 7, Kyle Nungcha. At shooting guard, number 13, Jacob Chua. At small forward, number 10, Kevin Tan. At power forward, number 23, Melvin Ngor. And at center, number 22, Ethan Casares. Our referees for today's game are Ivy Villar, Charlie Sabinay, and Arnie Alura.
Taking a look at the starters dito sa ating unang game in the semis. Sean Ngo, Mark Chua, Steven Chan, Aljan Cao, Lance Thomas for GoodFellow Pharma. Bewell C has Kyle Nangcha, Jacob Chua, Kevin Tan, Melvin Ngo, and Ethan Casares. This is going to be a very, very interesting, as I would like to make mention again, survival of the fittest, knockout na eh. Itong ating semi-finals. Parang kailan lang nagsimula tayo rito, Dino?
Well, it started back in March. And
Bilis ng panahon.
mag-e-election na nga tayo.
I know. So, too strong a tap dun sa jump ball and lumabas yung bola. And right now, ang GoodFellow Pharma will try to have a first crack at the basket here and try to make it as well. That's what they intend to do. There's the first attempt. Offensive rebound. Shot clock going down. It says 6 seconds. Corner overshooting the 3. And now it's the turn of Bewell C. Kami naman.
If this game ends up being a half-court game, which is, kumbaga, mabagal yung laro, and teams not playing fast, lamang dito yung BWLC because of their interior presence of Ethan Casares and Melvin Ngo. But GoodFellow Pharma, they're definitely looking to play fast and run every single opportunity.
So magkaibang estilo, no?
Yes.
Approaching and trying to get the first basket with, of course, Kyle Nangcha delivering. So it's 3-0, and that's a big basket. That's a good sign.
But I think that's for
Bewell C. Bewell C
dapat.
ang 3. GoodFellow Pharma, hindi pa umi-score. Ayan, baliktad yung score natin dito, ha?
And BWLC has to be careful kasi they average 19, almost 20 turnovers per game. So they have to be really careful. That has been the thorn on their side, is the number of turnovers that piles up. And usually when they commit a lot of turnovers, it's not a good result yung outcome ng mga laro nila.
That's Ethan Casares, his presence, not just defensively, but also offensively lalo.
Well, he crashes the offensive glass every time he gets an opportunity. That's why he averages 25.5 rebounds per game. Di lang puro defensive rebounds yun.
As GoodFellow Pharma is still trying to look for their first point or points. It's 5-0 right now. Referee's whistle, halting play. There's Jacob Chua. But may foul. Aljan Cao ang natawagan. It's Kyle Nangcha who delivered the first basket here in this ball game.
And going back to the last possession of BWLC, Ethan Casares getting an offensive rebound. That's the strength of BWLC. They're averaging 19 offensive rebounds, and they're number 1 in second chance points among the 6 teams, averaging 19.6 per game.
Kumbaga parang just trying to recall what really happened in that close contest that they've had previously, no? Kasi 3-point margin lang eh, di ba?
Oo. Well, the positives for them was the 42 points in the paint and 21 second chance points. Ang pumatay sa kanila doon was the 17 turnovers. And then si GoodFellow Pharma, not really a team that's known for its outside shooting, hit 10 during that game. So that was the key reason why they won that game.
Samantala dito, naghahanap pa sila ng kanilang first basket. At bola na naman ang Bewell C was leading them 5-0. Kyle Nangcha tried the dish inside. Masyadong maraming Goodfellow Pharma players. And Kyle Nangcha giving up a foul. Hindi naman na-attempt. So this is just going to be a throw-in para sa Goodfellow Pharma.
And that's what I'm saying. Coming from a turnover, itong Goodfellow Pharma, they can capitalize on those turnovers of Bewell. That's why malaking barometer yun in deciding the outcome of this game.
A miss by Algen Cao earlier, but they managed to get an offensive rebound. How about this three-pointer? Wala pa rin. Hindi pa rin pumupuntos ang Goodfellow Pharma. Melvin Ngo. Kyle Nangcha, stop and pop. And there's Ethan Casares, what he's really good at, especially with his size. And right now, another basket, 7-0 na ito para sa panig ng Bewell. Choose up, timeout tayo.
Basta't kasama kita, saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
So far, so good para sa BWLC. And sila pa lang ang may puntos dito, especially with that Brennan elastomeric points in the paint. Ethan Casares. Yep, that's his second basket already here in the first quarter.
And if the struggle continues for Goodfellow Pharma, I'm expecting na ipapasok na rin ni Coach Jason Ngo si Patrick Chan at si Anthony Gascon, who is two of the main players nitong Goodfellow Pharma.
Steven Chan, another failure to make a basket. Jacob Chua doesn't drop. Melvin Ngo, offensive rebound. Napalakas yung pasa. Kyle Nangcha is right there. As they go, Ethan Casares. Look at him. Triple teamed. Even Melvin Ngo underneath got blocked the first time. Had a chance. Masyado naman siyang malalim. Can they finally get their first points? Naku, offensive foul pa yata itatawag rito. Yeah, that's right. Charge.
Offensive foul on number 69, Steven Chan.
That's a big defensive play on the part of Kyle Nangcha, sacrificing his body and drawing that offensive foul. And those are the kind of plays that will get you W's. It might not show up on the stat sheet, but it's a positive for a team like BWLC.
May sudot. Let's see. Transition. Pero hindi makalas kagad yung bola para rito sa Goodfellow Pharma. And then a traveling call pa. Algen Cao having a tough time. Not just him, but the rest of Goodfellow Pharma.
And this is not the start that you want. Almost 5 minutes, I mean more than 4 minutes has already passed in this first quarter, and they're still scoreless itong Goodfellow Pharma.
So here's another execution of the half-court offense. Jacob Chua, Ethan Casares. Got double-teamed. The kick. Kyle Nangcha with the mid-range jumper. Nope. We're all waiting for the first basket para sa panig nitong Goodfellow Pharma. That was not even a shooting foul. They decided for a pass.
His second personal foul, second team foul.
It's just going to be a sideline throw-in para sa Goodfellow Pharma.
And BWLC has to be ready for that attack, transition attack of Goodfellow Pharma, because they're definitely gonna look to run. That's their advantage.
Kitang-kita, tabingi eh. Pati yung mga katabi natin dito, layo. Sabi.
Where they're last when it comes to 3-point percentage itong Goodfellow Pharma. 20.4% lang sila.
Spencer C tried his hand from the outside earlier. Nothing there. Pero itong Goodfellow Pharma, there's going to be a foul.
Foul number 18.
And maybe, just maybe lang, this will be an opportunity for them to finally get a bucket here in the first quarter. Nako.
Well, based on numbers, itong si Lance Tomas is a 63% free throw shooter.
There, finally. They had just discovered na may butas din pala yung ring nila. Lance Tomas delivering the first point for Goodfellow Pharma. Pero kailangan andap din itong Bewell C. Those kind of turnovers like right that. Makakapitalize yan mamaya-maya ng Goodfellow Pharma. They're giving them the chances They gotta be careful with that basketball.
Yeah, 3 turnovers for Bewell C. 3 steals na itong Goodfellow Pharma. And during that matchup ng group phase, Goodfellow Pharma had 10 steals and 21 points off turnovers.
Lance Tomas puts it up. Nope, Ethan Casares taking care of the rebound. Jacob Chua. So many white shirts. Melvin Ngo goes for the jump hook, doesn't go in. He gets it back, he puts it up, and he scores!
Wow, 9-second chance points for Bewell C. Goodfellow Pharma needs to do a better job of boxing out.
Finally, a field goal para sa panig ng Goodfellow Pharma. And that was George Ong. Was only averaging 2.5, so more than Dakota na siya ngayon. May 3 siya. And let's see, off-ball contact has been called here on Ethan Casares. Ngingisi-ngisi sa likuran niya si Lance Tomas. Naisahan kita, Brad.
Another turnover for Bewell C. That's their 4th of this first quarter.
Yun din yung binanggit mo, the number of turnovers at the last time they met, di ba?
Yeah, they had 17 in that game. And they averaged almost 20 per game.
Mantala, eto, Ethan Casares. Jacob Chua, short. Offensive rebound pa rin. Spencer C missing. Another offensive rebound here. Jacob Chua. Kicks. Melvin Ngo floats it up. Doesn't drop. At ito ngayon, Goodfellow Pharma in transition. They have the numbers. Takumbitin yung layup. Managing to get it back. Goes for the mid. Ayaw pa rin. The follow-up. Ayaw pa rin. Another tip. Wala pa rin. And finally, a whistle. And a foul is going to be called here on Melvin Ngo.
Foul number 23, Melvin Ngo. Penalty situation.
5-point lead para sa Bewell C. Well, at least now, Goodfellow Pharma has managed to come up with 4 points. Choose up timeout. Muli tayo.
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last Fita!
Wow, sa tamis alat sarap. Mas pinasarap pa, Fita.
Reunion Graham Bar?
Easy and with
Goodfellow Pharma, when they made their first point, medyo nagtutuloy-tuloy na, and they're trailing by 5 though. At ang Bewell C, their problem naman is the number of turnovers.
Yes, they have 4 turnovers already in this first quarter. But the story so far in this first quarter is, in this first period is, Goodfellow Pharma shooting 6% from the field, 1 out of 16. Itong Bewell C, masama rin, 22%. But the reason why they've already scored 9 points despite shooting 22% is they have 9 offensive rebounds. That has provided them 9 second chance points.
Steven Chan splits his charities. Ethan Casares, Bewell C. And that's a 3. He has been trying that, Spencer C. And that's his first bucket here in the first period coming off the bench.
Well, similar to GoodFellow Pharma, itong BWLC, they don't shoot a lot of threes, last in attempts. But one of their players that can knock down those threes is actually Spencer C.
Good defensive job right there para sa panig ng BWLC. Jacob Chu, nice
Oh,
fake!
what a fake!
And Melvin Ngo, yeah, with the assist. BWLC with their largest lead could not be cut down with that jumper. At eto na naman sila. Pero ang BWLC is already in penalty. Ethan Casares trying to get an end-one play, but he'll settle for 2 free throws.
So far, the pace of this game has been in favor of BWLC.
Ito ang BYD Valenzuela fast break of the game. The outlet. And Jacob Chua, of course, smartly doing it right on how to finish a bucket para sa panig ng BWLC.
And his scoring production nitong si Jacob Chuba will be important kasi after Ethan Casares yung 29.2 points per game niya, next man up is actually Jacob Chuo with 17 points per game.
Pumasok yung pangalawa for Ethan Casares. He's got 5 points in a ball game. Has managed to come down already with 10 rebounds. That's his 11th.
Wow, in this first quarter. Dami na rin yung offensive rebounds.
Quick hands. Jen Cao coming up with the steal. Let's see if they could finish this one. Yes, they will. And Patrick Chan, eto na. Yung mga reliables ng GoodFellow Pharma making and announcing their presence on the floor.
And that has been the only negative, I think, nitong BWLC is those turnovers.
And Patrick Chan again with another layup back-to-back for him.
But that has been hurting them. Yung mga agaw nitong GoodFellow Pharma.
Ethan Casares. Nothing much they could do about him.
Hindi mo rin siya pwedeng i-foul. He's
Kaya nga.
a decent free throw shooter. That's why he's the ultimate threat.
Aljan Cao missing from the outside. Melvin Ngo, they have the numbers. Oh, wow, naipasok pa yun, ha, ni Melvin Ngo.
That was a difficult shot.
And that will end the first quarter of play here. And it's like being off to the races in a very, very good start para sa panig ng BWLC as they lead by 10. Kyle Nangcha, he opened up the scoring. Of course, Ethan Casares will do his thing just in case his teammates would miss shots. And double figures now when it comes to rebounding. Itong si Ethan Casares. Melvin Ngo had those chances, difficult shots but still making it. At ngayon nga, abante ng 10 puntos. Semifinals between these two teams. Knockout semis.
Basta't kasama kita, saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
Well, hindi naman talaga maitatanggi kung anong kakayanan ni Ethan Casares as we take a look at this Masomax power move of the game. Kulang na nga yan. Talagang siya maging endorser nitong Masomax eh. Si Ethan Casares.
parang lagi na lang siya yung nakikita natin. But the first quarter for BULC is 9 offensive rebounds, 9 second chance points. On the side of for improvement for them, they already have 6 turnovers. Now for GoodFellow Pharma, they already have 5 steals and 4 points of turnovers and 5 fast break points. So they need to capitalize more on that, especially with itong BULC, very prone to turning the ball over.
Yun na kagad, simula no? Aljan Cao, the penetration. Too much sauce. Naghanap ng foul ang GoodFellow Pharma, pero kailangan bumaba na sila. Rumaragasa na naman. Uy! That's going to be number 2. Ethan Casares surprised. Ito yung mga instance dito, Dino. Anong magagawa ko Malaki ako
He picked up his third
Oh my
with the
God.
technical foul. Pumalakpak si Ethan
That's a big development here in the second period.
Well, he wasn't happy with that offensive foul call on him early, a couple of seconds ago. Tapos, I think may mga sinabi siya, then he clapped. I guess trying to taunt the referees.
Ito yung technical free throw to be taken here by GoodFellow Pharma, Patrick Chan. And he makes it. Yung mga ganyang instances and situations kuminsan no? Biglang lilipat yung momentum sa kabila.
And if you're GoodFellow Pharma, you like that kasi
Yes.
dalawang foul na lang ang pwedeng ibigay nitong si Ethan Casares.
So tingnan natin how this will actually ignite something big to happen para sa panig ng GoodFellow Pharma. Second chance underneath. And Anthony Gascon finally on the board. 19-10. Tapo na naman. Turnover na naman ang BULC.
Three straight possessions to start the second quarter. 3 turnovers. Isang agaw, isang offensive foul ni Ethan Casares, and throwing away the ball.
I guess they know what's the adjustment that they need to do. They just can't help it. That's what I'm talking about. Anong magagawa ko? Ethan Casares, ganyan siya kalaki.
Kaya nga para sa akin yung mga offensive fouls na tinawag kay Ethan Casares, for me, are not offensive fouls.
Uh-oh. Goodness.
It's gonna be an 8-second violation.
And that will mean another turnover again.
Hindi pa nakaka-attempt ang BULC to start the second quarter. 4 straight possessions, 4 turnovers. And they already have 10 turnovers.
That's what I was talking about. Pwede bigla magbago yung kwento. Ethan Casares comes up in a shot lock. Still trying to find a way to score underneath. A little frustrated. GoodFellow Pharma. Jacob Chua up and the miss. Aljan Cao, some touch pass, may sariling turnover right now, Melvin Ngo. Is this going to be easy? Naku. Oh, yun yung mga sitwasyon naman dito na hinihintay mo yung bola na mapunta sa'yo.
Nakahabol na yun.
Kaya nga Ethan Casares forced to pass out. Nako.
So far, 2 minutes. Almost 2 minutes have gone by. Only 1 attempt for BULC, 5 turnovers.
There was also that length of time in the first period na hindi maka-score ang GoodFellow Pharma. And right now, dito sa second quarter, sa BULC naman nangyayari. Not even a decent attempt. Ethan Casares gets fouled and he makes the basket.
And when he gets that deep inside the paint, there's nothing you can do to stop Ethan Casares.
9 points. Masumax, power move of the game. Malamang, pag naglabas nga talaga ng poster ang Masumax, mukha ni Ethan Casares ang nandoon as he completes a 3-point play and he's double-double.
Endorser ng
Yeah.
Masomax. This BYD, parang every year.
Yeah, pero pagka kinuha ninyo, kausapin nyo muna ako, ha? Sabay ka na naging manager pa eh. An open look for a 3. Knocking it down.
That's his second.
Yes, George Ong. Couple of 3-pointers. Jacob Chua turns. Nope, that didn't happen. Kyle Nangcha missing an offensive rebound. And talagang trademark move naman yan eh. Para kay Melvin Goy, parang iniitsa-itsa lang niya yung bola pero pumapasok.
George Ong for GoodFellow Pharma, averaging 2.5 points. Sorry. Yeah, 2.5
Yeah.
points. Already has 6 points in this game.
Ethan Casares coming up with a shot block. Pero of course, sabi nga natin kasi Dino, semifinals na ito eh. Itodo mo na. Diba? Let it all out. Kasi knockout ito eh. Knockout yung semis natin eh. Hindi naman siya series eh.
And especially pag nasa half court ang nakaset yung depensa ng Bewell, you really need guys to knock down those outside shots.
Indeed.
Kasi ginagamit na depensa is 2-3 zone. Usually pag zone, binibigay talaga yung outside shot.
Melvin Go, nadampot yung bola. They ganged up on Kyle Nangcha, but they commit another turnover here and a foul in the backcourt. It's going to be called here against Bewell C.
Number 23, Melvin Go. His second personal foul.
Number 2 on Melvin Go.
And he has to be careful. Tatlo na si Ethan Casares. We still have 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Dalawa na si Melvin Ngo. These are your top 2 players. And if they get into foul trouble, that will be trouble for Bewell C.
3-pointer. And knocking it down. So Steven Chen, that's his first field goal. That's a big basket rather. Oh, hindi nakaintindihan that time. Patrick Chan.
TV timeout.
Meanwhile, Bewell C is still up by 6, 24-18. Chusarap, timeout tayo. Nandito po kami sa SGS Stadium. At yan, kakaway-kaway yung mga yan. Pero syempre gusto magsabi yan, Happy Mother's Day. Ganun pa rin yun eh, di ba? Family Day.
You have Lance D there. They're gonna be playing after this one. They're gonna go up against Kango Express.
Yeah. A foul. And it's a shooting foul. It's like everybody is howling in protest. Lahat ng pito.
That's what you like every Sunday. Say everyone's coming out to watch GABL games.
James Ongteco was called for that foul and Jacob Chua is at the line.
I mean, you know, etong BWC, they have an 8-point lead, but you kind of feel yung momentum is starting to go GoodFellow Pharma's way.
Traveling call against Algen Cao.
And this is where BWC has struggled, is every time naka-full court press yung kalaban nila, whether it's GoodFellow Pharma, whether it's Rox Motors, they commit a lot of turnovers.
Ethan Casares on his way to the basket. And again, it looks too easy pag si Ethan Casares nandun sa ilalim.
At the time, na-take advantage ng Bewell yung full court press ng GoodFellow Pharma.
Double figure lead, 10 points. A miss para sa GoodFellow Pharma. They had the numbers, but they commit another turnover. Parang helpless sila.
14 turnovers right now.
Imagine. Mga unforced error
And
pa yun,
despite
ha?
that, you have a 10-point lead.
Kaya nga,
So-
yun lang nga. That's a good thing that's going for them. Dahil itong GoodFellow Pharma is shooting 6 of 35. And that's already 6 of 36 from the field.
Another turnover.
Yun yung sinasabi ko. The turnovers, mga unforced error eh.
Yes, you have a 10-point lead, but if you continuously keep on turning the ball over, binibigyan mo pa ng opportunities yung GoodFellow Pharma na makabalik sa laro na ito.
And it adds up to the frustration. Psychologically, that's going to have an effect on you in the latter part of the game. Naku, headed for another turnover na naman yun. Kitang-kita na eh.
Instead of you adding up to your lead, makakahabol pa yung,
Uh-oh.
is this...
Number 4 on Patrick Chan. Ay, rather on Ethan Casares.
No, it's not on Ethan.
Ay,
It's
hindi.
Spencer C.
Ah,
Buti
si
na lang.
Spencer C.
Kasi pang-apat na niya yun.
Nga lahat dito eh, meron tayong mga naririnig na sound effects eh, because Ethan Casares went for the block. And there's Patrick Chan. That's his 6th point in the ball game.
Grabe, 15 turnovers for Bewell C. May 4 minutes pa tayo dito sa first half.
Siguro pasalamat nga lang ng Bewell C. Nakauna ka agad sila eh.
Muntikan pa yun. I think they haven't really figured that out. They know when team... Alam naman ng Bewell C na yan yung ginagawa sa kanila ng mga kalaban nila. Pero they still haven't figured out those adjustments.
Basang-basay. Patrick Chan adds up to his production. The long pass here. Ethan Casares laying it in. Nobody dared to stop him.
10 steals na itong GoodFellow Pharma in this first half.
14 points and 15 rebounds naman para kay Ethan Casares here in the first half. Their own turnover naman para sa panig ng GoodFellow Pharma. Ethan Casares, ball swiped away from his hands, and Patrick Chan will lay this one easily. Keeping themselves here in the first half of this ball game sa ating semifinals. GoodFellow Pharma, 30-23. Bewell C is still up. Choose it up. Timeout.
I don't go for bare minimum, be it for myself, my career, or my car.
Coming from the States, we have very high standards, and Hamco has not only met my expectations, but their staff has been more than accommodating.
Kaya naman sa NAMCO talaga, napanatag ang loob ko.
Sure win ako with NAMCO.
Detoy ni Ed Dakiwag, proudly Ilocano. Detoy ti NAMCO. Detoy ti Mapagtalkan. Also, proudly Ilocano.
Reunion Graham Bar?
Easy and with
Welcome back dito pa rin sa SGS Stadium, and itong ating semi-final game. Of course, the first as we take a look at this BYD Valenzuela fast break of the game, and the finish by Patrick Chan para sa GoodFellow Pharma. 3 minutes and 33 remaining dito sa ating first half.
Oh my
Inbound pa
God.
lang, problema na kaagad. And it's another turnover. That off-balance shot. It's a good thing they were able to dodge a bullet. Pero eto Jacob Chua, finally, naitawid yung bola. Kyle Nangcha. And somebody pushed him from behind. And it's a foul that they're going to be calling. Okay, James Ongteco. Penalty na pareho. So free throws to be taken here by Kyle Nangcha.
So we still have 3 minutes left in this second quarter. 3 minutes, 18 seconds. 12.
Kaya, ang dami nito. Nagulat ako.
Midway Design Center.
Midway Design Center. Nagulat ako, nag-iba na yung tsura.
May presyohan na tayo ngayon.
All right. We'll try to find out. Para nanibago ako I'll get the details.
But itong GoodFellow Pharma, 12 steals in this first half. Tapos 19 turnovers na itong Bewell C.
Pero yun nga yung binabanggit mo rin, Dino. Lamang pa rin ang Bewell C despite of the number of turnovers. Ball tapped out. And it will go the other way now.
But you can't afford to do that in the second half. You have to make adjustments kasi yung opportunities tuloy-tuloy para dito sa GoodFellow Pharma.
They call the charge. Or they count the basket.
It's blocking.
Okay. Kasi akala ko yung unang senyas na nakita ko Algen Cao had to be really aggressive.
Kyle Nangcha was moving.
Yeah, yun lang.
At the time, that's gonna be a blocking foul, not an offensive foul. Hindi nakaset yung dalawang paa niya.
Now, the lead has been cut down tremendously to only 5. Yung mga pasa, yung mga long passes, parang delikado The foul is going to be called dapat sa GoodFellow Pharma. That's Steven Chan. Penalty, free throws for Ethan Casares. At ano naman to, iba na rin ang itsura nito. First Juliet and Grace Alumni Golf Classic. Win a new BYD Seagull for a hole-in-one. Oh my.
Hirap nun
Hole-in, oh yeah.
Ibig sabihin isang tira, shoot agad, di ba?
Yes. Pero it happens.
May kotse ka na, no?
Exactly.
Sali kaya ako para may bagong kotse.
Why not? Why not? Di ba? Patrick Chan. Somebody's open in the corner. Can't make the three-pointer. And Ethan Casares continues to grab rebounds. That's number 16. And then another turnover that keeps adding up sa side ng Bewell C. Penalty din. Tatlo rin si Kyle Nangcha. Pareho sila. Ni Melvin Ngo. 4 kay Ethan Casares.
On the line for 2 shots, Steven Chan.
The lead has been chopped down to only 6. Ang nahabol ng GoodFellow Pharma.
Oh, wow.
Steven Chan, who's got 4 points currently, also with 6 rebounds.
My goodness, 13 steals for GoodFellow Pharma. 21 turnovers for Bewell C.
Melvin Ngo. Kyle Nangcha has to change the shot. The defense was right there. Patrick Chan, despite of the hand in front of his face, the Ethan Casares still making it. Agaw na naman. Patrick Chan, the extra pass. And that's going to be a foul here. Van Serrano. Ang hirap itawid ng bola for Bewell C.
14 steals, first half. Remember that when we were talking about yung first matchup nila, first meeting between these two teams, GoodFellow Pharma only had 10 steals the whole game. First half. 14 steals na ngayon. Tapos 21 turnovers ang Bewell C. Nung first meeting nila, 17 lang yung turnovers nila.
Well, most probably, it's part of the game plan. Kasi nga naman no? Walang malas-malas pagka-depensa ang pinag-usapan Naku, ito na naman po.
Oh my God.
Algen Cao slices the defense. Smashing move to the basket. And he's got 5 points in the ball game. Oh. One after the other. Parang matik ang turnovers.
What was once a double-digit lead for Bewell C has been completely erased.
And even a chance for GoodFellow Pharma to take the upper hand before we end the first half. They go for the three. Can't knock down the three. Who ends up in the basketball here? Naku, foul. Penalty.
Foul number 37, George Ong. Penalty.
George Ong commits a foul. He's got 6 points, so he's able to contribute. Those 2 3-pointers here in the first half. Pero everybody's got to be aware na kanina pa tayo nasa penalty situation.
Dami rin nating fouls dito in the first half.
Jacob Chua continues to be flawless. 3 of 3 from the line. Binanggit ko, buti naman, hindi nagbago.
He's solid from the free throw line itong si Jacob Chua.
And meron pa tayong 1 minuto na natitira here in this game. Patrick Chan, nawala yung bola. Ethan Casares played tough defense. Pero the effort again of GoodFellow Pharma to get the ball back. They're trying to bait ito si Ethan Casares to give up another foul. And Jacob Chua, his second field goal here in the first half. Algen Cao attacks. Missing. Tries another one. Wala pa rin. Van Serrano. Go! Spencer C. He wasn't exactly sure how to pick up that pass, that basketball. Patrick Chan. This is off. That was really way off for Mark Chua.
Penalty.
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 That's his second personal foul.
Si ref nakakalimutan Meron pa tayong 6.3 seconds remaining. And Jacob Chua back at the line and continues to make those free throws.
At the top of the broadcast, I mentioned yung 3 key players dito ng Bewell C. Ethan, Melvin, and Jacob Chua. They've combined for 32 points of the 38.
Ako!
Nakakasabi ko lang, puro foul nga yung first half.
0.4 na lang ang natitira. 0.4.
That's gonna hunt you if you end up losing this game. Kasi, yes, you're up 6 points in this first half. There's another half to play for Bewell C and itong si GoodFellow Pharma.
Algen Cao, 8 points so far in the ball game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists.
21% yung field goal shooting nitong GoodFellow Pharma, but they're just down 4 points.
38-34, the long pass, and that will end the first 20 minutes of play. Again, this is a semi-final game. This is a knockout game. At pinabanggit nga namin what was once a double-figure lead para sa panig ng Bewell C. As of course, they're headed by Ethan Casares. And the number of turnovers, it's turning out to be costly here. GoodFellow Pharma ready to pounce on every mistake that Bewell C is going to make. And that has been happening here in the first half. There were some of those brilliant moments like Jacob Chua trying to contribute. 38-34, it's a 4-point game when we ended this first half.
Mahalaga, basta't kasama kita. San man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
Reunion Graham Bar?
Easy and with
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last pita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap! Mas pinasarap pa, Pita.
Mahalaga, basta't kasama kita. San man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
Apat lang ang abante ng Bewell C laban sa GoodFellow Pharma. They're at it again. At ito nga, ang mga pangyayari dito as the story in numbers, Dino.
Kita naman yung difference, disparity when Bewell C gets to attempt field goals. They're shooting the ball well, 43%, 21% lang itong GoodFellow Pharma, but it's just a 4-point lead. But ang difference dyan, makita mo, plus 22 yung attempts nito GoodFellow Pharma sa Bewell C. It's because of the 27 turnovers ng Bewell C nung first half. 21 of those came from in the second quarter, kaya nakahabol dito yung GoodFellow Pharma. So they have to really do a better job in the second half of taking care of the basketball kasi malamang magpo-full court press pa rin dito yung GoodFellow Pharma.
Well, we have already made mention dahil semifinals, level up yung ating mga ball games. Level up when it comes to defense. Also at the same time, level up. That's with regards to mga diskarte and how you are going to play aggressively. Ethan Casares very aggressive with his 15 points. Jacob Chua with 10. Melvin Go with 6. Kyle Nangcha limited to 4 points. Spencer C with 3. Patrick Chan has been leading the way para sa Goodfellow Pharma pero hindi nalalayo si Aljan Ka with his 9. George Ong with 6. And the rest of the guys, we know they got the quicker hands. And ang panig naman ng Bewell C, we know that they have to be careful with the basketball. So, pag nakakuha sila ng possession, minamadali kagad nila. Nag-outlet kagad eh.
And they don't take advantage of the spacing of the whole court. Nagsisiksikan sila doon sa backcourt. Mas madali yung mag-full court press pag ganun.
At para si Ethan Casares pa, parang tumutuloy sa alambre ngayon. He's got 4 fouls.
Oh,
3 lang ba?
3 lang
pala. 3 fouls. Yung isa pa technical kasi, ano?
Steven Chan picking up his 3rd foul.
Look at this. Pressure defense. Full court eh. Ethan Casares to Miguel. Kyle Nangcha. So, okay. What happened here? An off ball? Or
Hindi gumalaw yung shot clock eh.
Okay. Some technical things that they have to fix here. So we have an official timeout, 38-34 para sa Bewell C. Kakaumpisa lang ng ating 3rd quarter.
I think they're checking yung shot clock kasi when I was looking at it, it was still 24 seconds. Despite na nakapagtawid na ng bola itong Bewell C, hindi gumalaw yung shot clock.
Yep.
Oh, they're gonna do... Uulitin ulit yun?
Okay, we're still trying to figure out what's going to happen here. So, bola ito ng Bewell C. Nasa side nga naman nila. Actually, na may pumito, di ba? Sa kanila yung bola at the time. So, it stays with them.
Kasi
Alright.
nakatawid na nga yung Bewell C. Nahirap-hirap sila nung first half. Papaulit mo pa sa kanila yun? Oh, that's the 4th.
Steven Chan, why do you have to really be so close? I mean, putting just pressure, nagkikreate na ng turnover. Pero no need to really...
I honestly can't blame him kasi sa 7 steals nila ng first half.
Ayun talaga eh, oh. Nagbabagsakan yung mga players trying to get the 4th on Ethan Casares. Pero Ethan Casares, he's also being careful with himself here. He just made 17-17 para kay Ethan Casares. Oh, it drops. Anyari? Lumipad si Melvin ko, nalaglag.
Offensive foul on Lance Tomas.
So nullifying that basket.
No, it's counted.
It counts?
It counted.
Simultaneous.
Sabay eh. Pagka-release ng tira.
His first personal foul, 13 foul.
Sa bagay, oo nga. Nauna pa nga yung basket.
Pero parang,
may tulak pa rin.
Parang hindi nga offensive foul yun.
Well, there was that push. Oo.
Parang it was a light push. Pwedeng ano to ah. May acting award itong siya.
Eh, sabi sa'yo, iba
Si
na
Melvin.
semifinals na. Talagang todo bigay na ito. Knockout eh.
Yes, every call is important in games like this.
Shot clock at 14 seconds.
Ang aga, pasok na sa penalty basically. Ito GoodFellow Pharma managing to come up with a steal. Patrick Chan lays it in. He's got 14 points in the ball game. Ito na naman, the defense, the pressure. Sa backcourt pa lang, pinamigay na naman yung bola. May foul pa si Kyle Nangcha. You're shaking your head, Dino. Namco Mitsubishi Motors Ilocos drive of the game by Patrick Chan. Right there.
Itong Bewell C, if they... Matawid lang nila yung bola eh. Mananalo talaga sila sa laro na to. But if you're gonna turn the ball over that many times...
Alchin Cal, the off-balance shot. Ethan Casares with his 18th rebound, and he's fouled in the backcourt. Everybody disagreeing with the referees. Walang naniniwala. Walang umaamin.
19 steals, 29 turnovers. That's the stat I've been monitoring since the start of the...
Ito pa, Dino. Penalty na ang GoodFellow Pharma. As early as this.
Because they picked up a lot of quick fouls. Nakadalawa si Steven Chan. And then, yung mga chippy fouls na unnecessary.
Wala pa 2 minuto lumilipas eh. 8:06. That's the time we have here. Split charities for Ethan Casares.
But yung aggressive defense netong GoodFellow Pharma, looking for steals, that's what brought them back in this game. So I wouldn't blame them being in the penalty at this early part of the third quarter.
Si Ethan Casares na mismo ang nagtawid ng bola. Jacob Chua. Stego inside.
Another
and let's
foul.
see, Spencer C will be going to the line.
I think it's Michael Chua.
That's Michael Chua, okay.
Number 77, Alchin Cal.
Si Alchin Cal ang tinawagan. 7 minutes and 38 dito sa ating third quarter.
33 fouls. Between both teams. Grabe.
A miss on the first. Can't even get the second one right there for Michael Chua. But nevertheless, lamang pa rin sila, 41-38. 7.5 remaining, third quarter. Long ways to go. Patrick Chan, the mid-range. And Matic, ang mga rebounding. Ethan Casares brings it down himself. Is he going to go all the way? Yes, he will. Banks it in. Too easy. Too strong. And over at the other set, Anthony Gascon scoring in third side of the court. He's got 6 points. Jacob Chua. 6 to shoot. Nawala yung bola. Di man na nakaangat. And nobody home. This is going to be a touchdown for Patrick Chan. Three-pointer. Can't hit it.
Substitution. 13 seconds to shoot.
Another extra possession here for Bewell C.
Van Serrano. Shot clock is down to 5 right now. Who's going to take the shot? They go Ethan Casares. Umabot. Foul again. That'll mean free throws.
GoodFellow Pharma was actually asking for a 3-second violation.
Number 15, Anthony Gascon. His second personal foul.
Anthony Gascon was called for the foul penalty na.
Ethan Casares on the line, shooting 2.
I mean, GoodFellow Pharma has been getting a lot of steals in this in this game, forcing a lot of turnovers for Bewell, but they don't have an answer for Ethan Casares.
Actually, for the whole...
For everyone, actually.
Yun nga,
They don't
yun yung
have an
sasabihin
answer.
ko eh. Kahit naman saan eh. Kahit sino pa eh. Algen...
Oh!
Algen Cao and one.
I didn't react because of the made shot of Algen Cao. I reacted because it was the fourth foul of Ethan Casares.
Talk about a Maximax power move of the game. That time favoring Algen Cao, who could not complete a three-point play. How do you nurse 4 fouls and you're just up by 2 if you're talking to Ethan Casares and Bewell C? Van Serrano. Sigo inside. Ethan Casares, as long as he's on the court.
Well, if you're Ethan Casares, you can't pick up your 5th foul.
Yeah.
Because if you pick up your 5th foul, mahirap manalo dito yung Bewell C.
It's like walking on thin ice. See Ethan Casares right now. As Van Serrano will be given a chance to take 2 free throws. The penalty situation. It's a good thing the recognition din para sa Bewell C to be aggressive attacking the basket dahil very much aware sila na yung penalty situation.
And they need to take advantage of Ethan Casares playing for them on the floor. Every time he's on the floor, yung advantage nila is inside the paint. So you need to find him and give him a look. Because he's gonna score for the most part of it. 9 out of 10 from the field.
Meanwhile, si Van Serrano naman kanina, 1 and 2 on that trip. 5 minutes and 20 ang natitira dito sa ating third quarter. 48-44, lamang ng 4 ang Bewell C. Jacob Chua, gagawin niyang 6 ang kanilang abante rito. Wait. Oh, ang tagal gumalaw. The scoreboard natin, even yung time. Parang tumitigil eh. Jacob Chua, back-to-back baskets.
You gotta give credit to Ethan Casares, recognizing that Jacob Chua was wide open.
Pati ako nalilito. I'm looking at the scoreboard, I'm looking at the time. Parang, it's a standstill. Hindi siya gumagalaw. Anyways, 52-44, 4 minutes and 27 here in the third. Choose sarap, timeout tayo.
Mahalaga, basta't kasama kita. Saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last fita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap, mas pinasarap pa, Pita.
Mahalaga, basta't kasama kita. Saan man mapunta, my bounty friend. My bounty friend.
Reunion Graham Bar?
Easy and with
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last fita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap, mas pinasarap pa, Pita.
Mahalaga, basta't kasama kita. Saan man mapunta, my bounty friend. My bounty friend.
All right, returning to the action. 4 minutes and 27 pa. Ang natitira sa ating third quarter. 8 ang abante. Turnover again. The pressure is just too much.
That's the one thing that's been killing Bewell C throughout this tournament is the turnovers.
And Steven Chan has got 7 points in the ball game right now. Uh-oh. Pressure continues. Ethan Casares, Melvin Ngo on his way to the basket. Scores on the layup. 9 points for Melvin Ngo. Missing, point blank. Ethan Casares. He's got 4 personal fouls. He's on his way to the basket, attracts the defense, setting up Melvin Ngo inside. (56-47). 3 minutes and 20. Melvin Ngo. Ball kicked.
And you can actually see what Bewell C can do when they don't turn the ball over. They can score baskets.
Just like this. Ethan Casares, so they double-teamed him, and Matic was able to share the basketball. Ethan Casares picks it up sa backcourt, spinning away from his defender. Nasundot sa likuran. Who's got it? Nakaluhod na, nakapagpasa pa si Ethan Casares. And a foul by Jacob Chua. And that's only their third team foul.
Jacob Chua, his second personal foul, team's third.
56-47 with 2 minutes and 50 remaining sa ating third quarter. Let's see, Steven Chan firing away, getting a three. He's in double figures. He's got 10 points.
2 straight threes for Steven Chan.
Is this going to be another turnover? I think ball touch last by a white shirt.
But Ethan Casares is down. Looks like he got hit on the nose.
Para siguro ang iniisip kayo ni Ethan Casares, bakit pag ako napa-foul, hindi ninyo napipituhan yung kalaban? Ay, this is what happened. Tingnan nga natin, he got double team.
Oh,
yeah.
the elbow of Steven Chan. Tumama sa muka. Whoa!
Another three, and it's a make. Steven Chan, 10 points, 7 rebounds.
9 straight points coming from Steven Chan.
The pressure defense creates a possession. And another basket here. Anthony Gascon, he's got 6. And Bewell is just taking care of a 1-point lead. As we go into this Chusarap timeout.
Basta't kasama kita, saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
Well, nandyan lang sila, nakabuntot lang, pero hindi na ganun kalayo yung kanilang hinahabol. As Steven Chan begins to heat up here in the second half. Still a minute and 59 to be played here.
Scoring the 9 of the last 11 points for GoodFellow Pharma.
Jacob Chua. It's a foul. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws once again. Yun nga, nasa penalty ang GoodFellow Pharma. Lance Tomas ang tinawagan. And Jacob Chua has not missed.
He has been perfect, 6 out of 6.
At ang first Juliatan Greats Alumni Golf Classic on May 15, wherein you can win a new BYD Seagull para doon sa makakakuha ng hole-in-one. Just get in touch with Coach Edster. Practice na, Dino.
May 15 bago yun sa sa finals natin sa May 18.
58-55 is our count. Lamang ang Bewell. They come up with a steal here. Jacob Chua, naitawid yung bola. Baseline jumper, won't go. Ito naman, nobody home. Touchdown again. Anthony Gascon. Kyle Nangcha, biglang sinalubong ng 2 defenders and forced to take the extra steps. Just over a minute remaining, 1 minute and 10. natitira here in the third period. A miss, the second chance, still nothing. Ethan Casares bringing it down.
Oh, that's gonna be 5 on Steven Chan. That's gonna be 5 on him. And he has been their best player in this third quarter.
Number 69, Steven Chan.
Tinitingnan siya, peripheral vision eh. And then napatid na si Ethan Casares.
Pero parang wala eh, hindi tumama eh. Sarili lang si Ethan Casares eh.
They have called it a penalty on GoodFellow Pharma. So Ethan Casares will be shooting free throws.
And that's big because Steven Chan, prior to that foul, has scored 9 of the last 13 points of GoodFellow Pharma.
Two for two for Ethan Casares. $60-57. Yan ang ating score. Ha? The floater, Patrick Chan, 60-59 right now. 45 seconds remaining here in the third. Saan pupunta ang bola? Kyle lang siya. Jacob Chua gets rejected.
10 seconds to shoot.
Bola pa rin ng Bewell C. Jacob Chua. Pass inside. Ethan Casares gets his own miss. Using his left. Not being able to score. 20 seconds remaining here in the third. Pwedeng lumamang ang GoodFellow Pharma if they can make a basket. And that's exactly what happened here.
Is this their first lead of the game? I do
Yes.
believe it is.
Biagaw pa muli. May oras pa. Makakatira pa ba? Not anymore. All of a sudden, change favor. What's really working for them? The pressure defense. At hindi makahinga. Halos itong panig ng Bewell C. Well, Ethan Casares is nursing 4 personal fouls. He's trying to keep himself in this ball game. Patrick Chan, he's really lighting it up para sa panig ng GoodFellow Pharma. Jacob Chua, you don't foul him when he's trying to make a shot. He has not missed from the line. Of course, ito naman si Steven Chan is already fouled out of this ball game. 61-60, GoodFellow Pharma up 1.
Mahalaga, basta't kasama kita. Saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
And a tribute to all of the mothers. Yan, happy Mother's Day si Coach Ed Sturcia, a member of his family, of course. Nandirito, Family Day nga naman, Sunday. And not only that, it has turned out to be really a special day dahil semifinals din tayo sa ating Bounty Fresh GABL 2025.
May mga Kango Express players.
Siyempre, maglalaro sila sa sunod
They will be playing
eh.
after this game.
Ito yung ating Lasherie fan of the game dito nga po sa SGS Stadium. Also waiting for 3 more semifinal games to be played for one thing. And susunod nga, Rox Motors laban sa Kango Express. Here on GoodFellow Pharma has lost Steven Chan to fouls. Let's see, but there are other players who have been magnificent for them. Patrick Chan is one of them. Aljen Cao also helping out.
And finally, itong GoodFellow Pharma tasting their first lead
Yon.
of this game at the end of that third quarter.
For a little while, having some problems just sa inbound pa lang. Yun nga ang nangyari. Agaw na naman.
Sir Benji, huwag kang magugulat ah.
Bakit?
35 turnovers na ang make that 36.
And then a three-pointer by Anthony Gascon. And here's that problem once again. How to cross that midcourt line. They were able to do so. How to execute a good play. That's another question. And Van Serrano with a jumper. Abante pa rin ang GoodFellow Pharma, 64-62. Welcome to the fourth quarter. Knockout ang ating semifinals. A ticket to play for the championship. Kung sa mananalo rito. Patrick Chan from the outside. That's a miss. Gascon, the offensive rebound. Wait. Traveling.
Traveling ba yun?
Si Algen
I'm not so sure if it's a traveling.
Well, dalawang referees na pumito na traveling eh. Oh, what happened?
Uy,
ano yun?
Ano nangyari?
Bakit may buzzer? Nagkalituhan lahat. And Ethan Casares, sabi niya, okay lang, okay lang. It's the buzzer, it's not the whistle. So he continued to play. 64 all.
28 points for Ethan Casares.
Taking a foul warning on Anthony Gascon. Oh!
And that's gonna be 5 on Kyle Nangcha.
He dove for the loose ball. It was not exactly in a better position. So contact. Well, the second player to foul out here in this semi-final game. This time from Bewell C, Kyle Nangcha. Oh. Parang meron pa rin question mark, eh, no? Huh? Ano ba talaga, kuya?
Ano nangyari?
The referees are talking to each other. Even us, hindi na rin natin maintindihan. Napapaha na lang tayo.
Faking a foul? Akala ba na warning tapos may... foul nga siya eh. Tapos siya pa yung faking a foul.
Baka naman nagkamali kanina. Pero anong nangyari, hindi rin na-shoot yung technical free throw. And the first miss of Jacob Chua from the line.
He was 8 for 8 prior to that technical free throw.
64 all. Again, in next game natin, Rocks Motors, Kango Express. Solid pa rin ang Rocks Motors, Dino.
Wala pang talo yun. 7-0. But Ethan Casares already with 30 rebounds and 28 points.
But it's not enough. Tabla lang tayo rito. Hindi naman sila lamang. Van Serrano. Can't hit it. Spencer C.
That would have been big.
Oh, napakialaman yung play na yan. Jacob Chua, players sa backcourt. Off-ball contact. I want to see that again.
Well, they just bump into each other.
Kaya nga eh.
I think that's a bad call. Oh! Binangga nga ni George Ong si Spencer, si Def, and I do believe that's a bad call if pinuntahan ni Jorge si ano. Oh.
Ma-overturn pa ba? They
I
called the
don't know.
foul, eh, no?
But to me,
They whistled the
that's
foul.
that's a no call. You don't call that kind of foul kasi si Jorge pa nga yung George Ong pa nga yung lumapit dito kay Spencer C. But I don't know if you can reverse that call.
At saka nasa likuran. Hindi nakikita.
Pinuntahan nga ni
Kaya nga.
Jorge si Spencer.
Hindi nakikita ni Spencer C na he
Tapos
was
parang
about
nag-react siya sino bumangga
Yeah.
sa kanya kaya tumalikod siya eh. Siyempre yung kamay niya
Oo.
sumama din.
After reviewing the play, there's a called foul on number 18, Spencer C.
They called the foul.
His third personal
Pag
foul.
nire-review
To
pala
me-
nila doon if it's going to be an unspo.
To me, wala ngang foul dun si Spencer kasi nilapitan siya ni Jorge. Oh, nakatalikod nga siya eh. That should be a no call in my opinion.
Well, some breaks of the game and truly very, very important. Especially na ngayon, up to once again ang GoodFellow Pharma. And Ethan Casares, here he is, tying it all, 66 all.
He has a 30-30 game right now. 30 points, 30 rebounds.
But he still needs to do more.
The modern day Wilt Chamberlain.
66 all. Aljan Cao with a miss. Ethan Casares lost the basketball sa end line. Could not control the rebound. 7 minutes sa ating ball game. Aljan Cao. Talagang inaatake nila dun sa ilalim. Ito si Ethan Casares. And then the steal again. 3-on-2 situation here. They still have the basketball. Aljan Cao getting away with another banking shot. Now they're up 4, 70-66. Melvin Ngo waits for his other teammates. Spencer C. Jacob Chua fouled from behind.
That's GoodFellow Pharma's second team foul. They still have 2 more fouls to give.
Lance Tomas at tinawagan ng foul. 4-point ball game, folks. 6 minutes and 25 to play. Oh, wow. Oh, honest defense that time, especially with Van Serrano. Melvin Ngo, handoff. And Jacob Chua with an assist. Galing kay Ethan Casares, who's got 6 assists. 30-36. Grabe.
With 8 turnovers.
Yun lang. And 4 fouls. That's short. Melvin Ngo. Kawawa yung sahig. Kawawa yung mga kahon-kahon dyan na napapalo. Anthony Gascon as they are up again. 70-68. Melvin Ngo. Jacob Chua. Firing. Unable. Van Serrano. Alam niya, it's not going to be as precise. Spencer C. Going Jacob Chua. He's open. He's going to take the shot. And he's going to make it too.
Big shot coming from Jacob Chua.
Kalahati na lang here in the fourth quarter. Eksaktong 5 minuto. And GoodFellow Pharma is up just by 2 points. Chusarap, timeout.
Mahalaga, basta't kasama kita. Saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. Kaya namin on friend.
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Las pita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap! Mas pinasarap pa, pita.
Bewell C as they are down by 2 and Ethan Casares, well, babad. And nursing 4 personal fouls. But they really need him in this game for Bewell C. GoodFellow Pharma. As we can see, hindi mo rin masabi kung sino talaga nagde-deliver. The sharing of the basketball. It's great teamwork that we have been taking a look at for GoodFellow Pharma here. They're up by 2. Patrick pulls up, knocks it down. And Jacob Chua right now. Ito na naman, the double team and then the bad pass. A slow, long pass like that. Kitang-kita eh, parang slow mo yung dating ng bola eh. Aljan Cao. Melvin Ngo, almost. Melvin Ngo behind the back. Van Serrano from inside the key. That's a miss. Ball tossed up in the air. And it ends up with GoodFellow Pharma. Aljan Cao and Patrick Chan looking left and right. Decides for the attack. Stop and pop. Nope. A shot clock violation.
Counted.
Pero tumama.
Counted yun. Shot clock should have been reset.
Yeah. Tumama yun ang jumper eh.
I'm not sure how the referees will decide on this. Kasi nung after pumutok yung shot clock buzzer, nakashoot si Anthony Gascon. So will they count that?
Pero nagkalituhan na kasi dahil may tumunog na buzzer eh. Pero kasi naman...
But it was coming off a shot attempt eh.
Hindi, yun para sa GoodFellow Pharma.
Oo.
Alam
So
nila na dapat dapat mag-reset
pumutok.
yung shot
Oo.
clock. Hindi dapat mag-sound off yung buzzer. Ito naman siyempre, yung Bewell, magugulat ka rin. Ano yung buzzer? So you were not able to defend Anthony Gascon. And now they stop the play and they're going to be deciding on this. Will that basket count for Anthony Gascon? Yun na nga.
Kasi ang mali naman dun is tumunog lang yung shot
Oo
clock. Pero if hindi naman na-reset yung shot clock, which is supposed to be, then that basket definitely counts.
Well, somehow, a lot of those confusion. Parang ang gusto ko lang sabihin eh. Ngayon pa, semifinals. Very important game. Knockout ito.
Despite GoodFellow Pharma shooting 31% from the field, itong Bewell si almost 50%, 47%. Pero bakit lamang dito ang GoodFellow Pharma? They have plus 39 attempts from the field.
And of course, kanina pa, it's like an old story already. The turnovers.
Grabe yung 26 steals. Ano nangyari yun? Parang ano, highway robbery.
Far from over. 3 minutes and 14 remaining. Melvin Ngo, pambawas sana sa hinahabol nilang lamang, but it did not go in. And here comes GoodFellow Pharma. Just taking their time, settling down. They go for the three. Can't make it happen. And Jacob Chua. What's the rest of his teammates? Melvin Ngo.
That was almost a backing violation, a backcourt violation.
2 minutes and 41. No decent attempt for Bewell C. Bitin na bitin naman yung layup na yan. Here comes the outlet.
Oh no, Ethan is cramping up.
Yeah, that's right. Ethan is down. Pero bakit tinigil na hindi naman
Hindi naman nila
see
bola
yung
eh.
bola.
Oo.
Oh my God.
What is...
Yes. I know it's a special day. I know it's Mother's Day. I know we're in the semifinals. I didn't know
Bola
that this
na ng
could be
GoodFellow eh.
a crazy day also.
Kailangan mo muna patapusin yung possession nila kasi they had an advantage.
Wala na sa possession eh. Sa
Or kahit-
side na, di ba?
Oo. Or kahit ng bola pa ng Bewell, dapat tinawag na nila.
Yes. Look at this, 6-point lead for GoodFellow Pharma. 2 minutes and 20 pa ang natitirang oras. 2 minutes and 20.
Plus 39 attempts. 97 field goal attempts for GoodFellow Pharma. 58 for Bewell. Then when you talk about steals, 26 steals. And 40 turnovers for Bewell in this game. They're averaging 20 turnovers. Dinoble nila yun.
Yun ang malupit dito kay Ethan Casares. He could not even stand up. Para na rin siyang graduate eh.
Because of what is asked of him. Yung, kumbaga yung role niya dito sa team ng Bewell is he needs to play 40 minutes. He needs to rebound. He needs to score more than 30.
So we await they see Ethan Casares to be carried out of the floor so we can continue with the ball game. We're going to be taking a break first.
Mahalaga, basta't kasama kita. Saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
Reunion Graham Bar?
Easy and with
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last pita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap! Mas pinasarap pa, pita.
Well, they finally was able to lift him up, to get him standing up. Sabi nga, it's not easy to move mountains. And Ethan Casares, a lot. Even yung kanilang kalaban tumulong na para lang maitayo si Ethan Casares, like Lance Tomas also helping out as we are given a chance to continue with this ball game. 2 minutes and 20 ang natitira here in this knockout semifinal game with the 6-point lead being taken care of and being protected by GoodFellow Pharma, and they have possession.
And this is advantage for GoodFellow Pharma. A guy like Ethan Casares who has 30 points, 30 rebounds, going out of the ball game.
Well, they have to contend. Melvin Ngo, turning it over, not being able. Players on the floor. They let him play. And this time, Anthony Gascon adds up to his production. 78-70, the largest lead of GoodFellow Pharma here in this ball game, in this knockout semifinal game. And cutting down the deficit, Jacob Chua with a basket. 78-72, 1 minute and 30 remaining in this game. A chance to play, of course, the finals para sa winner. Biglang parang aluwag-luwag na dun sa ilalim for GoodFellow Pharma.
Oh, wala na si Ethan Casares going out with a cramp on his lower left leg.
It's Melvin Ngo with a miss, and here comes GoodFellow Pharma. 1 minute remaining.
And this has to be heartbreaking for Bewell. They were up for the first, I guess, in the first half. And the early part of the, for the most part, 90% of the third quarter.
Kiniiwasan nga ni Ethan Casares na mag-foul out. But his body somehow bumigay
But
his legs.
What to me sums up this game was the 27 steals of GoodFellow Pharma, leading to 41 turnovers of Bewell.
Van Serrano missing from the outside. Melvin Ngo, even at close range. 8-point advantage para sa GoodFellow Pharma. Magawa pa ng paraan. David Ong. And 19.8 seconds na lang ito.
And you have no choice for Bewell but to foul. You have to foul.
They went for the steal first, and there's the foul.
But
Pero
they're
it took some time.
But they still have, they're not in the penalty yet. Kaso yun nga, sabi nyo nga, 5 seconds went off the clock. You have to foul immediately. You can't.
10.6 seconds. It's as if this game refuses to be over.
Dun sa 40 turnovers ng Bewell, 40 points of turnovers. And that's a lot.
80-75. Yan ang correct score natin, ha? Bewell. Pakidagdag na lang. 80-75. Patrick Chan. 23 points for Patrick Chan. Algen Cao, double-double, 17 and 10. And this long game has finally ended. We know it is a semifinal game, a knockout semifinal game. Only one will have a chance to play in the championship. And for this one, the first for today, as scheduled, GoodFellow Pharma. Their defense, yun ang gumana at first, and then everything just followed. As for Bewell, well, they gave it a try, but of course not losing Ethan Casares to fouls, but losing him because he cramped up in this ball game. Walang pahingahan. Jacob Chua was also helping out sa cause ng Bewell. And plays like this, when you know you could put in a lot of pressure to your opponent. That's the way it has been done for GoodFellow Pharma to win this over Bewell 81-75, Dino.
Yeah, and our MY Son Graham's player of the game is Patrick Chan with 23 points, 4 rebounds, 11 assists. But more than that, the 10 steals out of the 27 that GoodFellow Pharma had in this ball game. BWLC was up pretty much the most part from first quarter all the way to the last minute of the third quarter. But that was the time GoodFellow Pharma was able to take over that game and finally securing a finals berth for them this GABL season.
All right. So stand by lang kayo. It's the knockout semifinals will continue with our next game, Rocks Motors versus Congo Express. We're going to be taking a break first.
Basta't kasama kita, saan man mapunta